or the opposite of that.
Yeah, the speeds don't change.
Katanas. This is the price you pay for those 2 katanas that you're gonna win tomorrow.
Yeah, you're throwing down with them, right? No futuristic. I saw you.
Not godlike, but everything else, sure.
You threw 1 in, right, for the culture?
I threw 1 godlike and no mythicals, although I'll probably change that depending on how the rest of the market goes for today. And then I threw all of my everything else in, but I bought more uncommons last night.
Alright.
Yeah, so
I'm doing kind of the opposite, in the sense of like I have 1 mythical, no godlike, and then I have a bunch of like uncommons, commons.
yeah, like part of me wants to like, because I was thinking of the math. If I was to like go hard and get like 300 or 400 mythical tickets, I might have a chance to win something. But it's like, oh man, that's a lot. Like,
yeah. I mean, it makes sense if you were just like staking Ghost and you just had the friends. Like, if you combine it with just Ghost, that's just a lot of money to throw down for potentially Chainlink VRF just screwing you. So
yeah, it's a risk, but it's willing to take it.
Hey, weekends, right?
Yeah, just gonna this probably, I think it's gonna be one of the last like chances to have like really, really strong odds in a Raffle. It'll always be good odds, but we're at the beginning of that flood of new users and people and guilds, bigger and bigger players coming in. The Gotchi Vault's now a factor. This is gonna be the last one I think I'll have any kind of chance like I have now. So I might as well swing for the fences. Plus, it's all like, see the wearables? Like, I'm trying to have all the longbows and geishas that I can get.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, if you think about it, I mean, a lot of people use their tickets for the first land drop and then the second land drop, and then people had basically a month or a little over a month to accumulate for this one, and people still might be saving for the next land drop as well. There's some good definitely some good spots still available in the Citadel. So, and then after that, it's just going to be once this is launched, like it's not going to be a small community anymore. So it's going to be the odds are not going to be in your favor as much as they are today. I definitely feel that.
Yeah, we were talking, it was Dr. Wagme. We were talking with Hefe. I think Hefe might have some kind of Discord problems. It looks like he's speaking constantly, but nothing's coming out. But
Hefe.
Can you hear me? Like, can you hear me when I talk?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're just
I didn't know.
constantly on.
Weird, it never comes off. I imagine him behind the screen just like screaming at his
Maybe pointed out
He's screaming at such a high pitch that we can't hear him.
Yeah. That time that I think it was Web.
Well, I noticed it earlier. Dude.
But we did a Twitter space and we were talking about it. It's like, soon, very soon, I think these Twitter spaces aren't going to be as like small as they are, where it's like 30 to 50 people because more people are on board. So we were like, we should just take a moment to appreciate like this calm before the storm, before things start getting crazy.
Yeah, when we were starting, it was like 5 to 10 people. Like even like 30 people starting to feel like big, and then even when we had like 100 people or more, like it can get wild. And I think I saw a message that you said put it in. I forget which chat, but it was like once like it might have been the Gotchi Vault, but like the main chat, like once it's just gonna get like overflown with like people like asking for like rents or just like liquidators, and so we got to like diverge into like small like side chats or guild chats or
Yeah, I mean, like I was in the Sunflower chat, like that project lasted for a week, but man, that Discord was packed. It was like always, most of it was just people asking why their transaction, why MetaMask said like, what is it, like $200 for a transaction or something, like it was like failing. But I mean, there was that Discord grew so quickly. It can happen. Like overnight, a Discord can just blow up once your game is ready.
Yeah,
it can get really, really wild.
Yeah, did you see the full Send NFT drop in their Discord?
I joined there. I've watched Nelk for like since they were. I didn't subscribe to anything of their stuff, but like since they were very, very young. Yeah, I've been following Nelk for a while.
Yeah, same.
I saw they were doing an NFT drop. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, Discord, they like broke all this like the bots and stuff because they had like 300,000 people in their Discord. It was just like they had to do slow mode. And then
Yeah.
and then so many people got scammed because everyone was getting DM'd and a lot of people were new in the space, and then their Discord got hacked, and someone was saying so they said that they were doing another 1,000 drop, and then someone after that they DM'd like my friend, and they were like, "Oh, sorry, we got hacked. For here's 1,000 for you, you know, or like here's we're doing another 1,000 drops." So it was a scam on top of a scam. It's just like, oh my god, it was a huge mess.
What does their NFT even do? It was like I saw it was like a key, right? Like or something.
So it's a meta card. It's basically like they're gonna provide like all the value back to those holders. So they'll get like whitelist mints, like early access, first rights to any like projects that they do, and then they're coming up with these like cigar lounges that they're gonna build, and they want to do like casinos, and they want to do strip clubs and brothels and I don't know, whatever else they can kind of get into in terms of like Gentleman's Club, Full Send, like their brand. I don't know. You gotta listen to their podcast. They kind of go over it in more detail, but yeah, they're trying to do it like building a team where they're gonna like continually provide value back to those holders. Like they might fly some people out that own meta cards. It might like hire people who own meta cards. Like that's basically they're gonna do everything from like that group of people who own meta cards.
So it's definitely not a rug pull, right?
No, I would not say it's a rug pull because they literally have a brand to protect, and I don't think they would do anything to like intentionally try to screw over their fans, and they want to continue to grow this. Like $24 million, while that is a lot, like it's a drop in the bucket of what their aspirations are, allegedly. So, we'll see.
I mean they've done really well, so well with Nelk as a brand. Really cool to see them kind of start with Full Send and take that meme and make it into a full-on brand and like Happy Dad and all that.
Oh yeah, they're
really cool to watch.
Yeah, really cool brand. I've definitely been like watching them in terms of like their marketing strategy. It's definitely unique, and they definitely found their niche of like college frat bros, like so, and they literally diehard fans, and that was shown in the Discord community. They didn't do everything right in terms of like whitelisting. Like whitelisting, you didn't even get like guaranteed mint or anything. Like they just kind of like gave it out randomly. Like they didn't really do the launch like a traditional launch, and people were kind of like upset about that. But it's kind of a testament to the community that they've already built online. That like none of that mattered, because they sold out within minutes, and and now the floor price is above what the mint price was. So, and it's still relatively cheap. I think once I start adding that real world value, there's nothing really other than like a verified holders chat right now. I think that they're going to continually add a lot of value to those holders, like VIP rooms and maybe like hotels, or like Dana White holds one, and some other people in their network hold them. So thinking of like other people in their network that can provide value back to these holders. So I think it's a good opportunity to like, it's kind of like Gary V's is kind of like, well, kind of Gary V's is kind of like rub elbows with Gary V, but this one's kind of like rub elbows with like anyone that has a meta card, or like kind of like that club style, like Bored Ape Yacht Club. But like more physical places that like kind of like they were talking about like a speakeasy like type cigar club where you have to like go up and like scan your meta card to get in type deal.
I wish they had called it something other than Metacard.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I see some Alchemica guys.
Surprise!
Go!
Everyone's sleeping. Collect
Metacard. I need Alchemica.
You're sleeping.
There, I'm scrambling.
I was just it's funny because I'm could disappear and there's no one around.
Yeah, I wonder if our servers aren't synced up, because I saw a couple Alchemica just disappearing too. Wow, we finished that pretty quickly, didn't we, Gotcha gang? They're all gone.
Damn.
I got 19, which is my lucky number.
Maybe we'll get 15.
Remember, you gotta deposit it before the round ends.
No, I'm so far.
I deposited. Is there any left?
Oh yeah. Shit, you have to deposit them. I forgot. I'm just like walking around.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
2 minutes to find a deposit.
Get a road.
Hey, hopefully.
These green-
Oh, it looks like the speed road stuff is back now. So that's good.
There we
We're not
go.
rock pushing, so that's good. Yeah, sub dropped it. 15 deposited.
Nice.
So is all the Alchemico already gone? Did we just like snatch up everything?
Oh, I bet.
Oh, that was
Too
cool.
old.
And
For the Alchemica. And
All right, we'll do a couple more rounds. Jesse, we have a little bit of, speaking of Alchemica, we got kind of one more little leak to show you guys. Some things we've been cooking up, not related directly to the white paper, but pretty cool to see as well.
Yeah, just more design work on the front end side, and we're all collecting this Alchemica and thinking about how we're going to use it for crafting. So maybe we can show you an early draft here of the crafting table. So I'll drop that in the chat.
oh, let's go.
See what we got here.
Mark got one. He said, "Ow."
That's on, yeah. If you don't see the bottom left of the map, there's a couple of these deposit centers, so make sure you got 50 seconds to deposit it until the round ends. Ooh, who's ready to craft?
It's fun.
We've got all the inputs there. Yeah, we should pin that one.
So we would, when we're crafting, it would start the process, and then it would take 25,600 blocks before the crafting is done.
I mean, and those numbers are just holders, placeholders from the designer.
I was gonna hold it to you, but no, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
actually,
really
most of the level 1 stuff is actually really quick, but there will be certain crafts that take longer when you initially craft it.
And that's when we'll need to use gravy, right?
Yeah, gravy. Right on.
Yeah, when can we test crafting? I guess that'll be stress test 3 or 4. I don't know. But crafting, really, it doesn't need too much testing in terms of course we need to find bugs, but it's not gonna lag. That would be weird.
I just have to say, it's really awesome how transparent you guys are with the development process, and kind of you guys do a really good job of keeping people updated with little things going on in the backs, in the back room, in the designer room, or whatever you want to call it. We always have a kind of sense of what's kind of what's coming up, what's going on. But a lot of other crypto games, they tried to do that, but they don't have it, man. Axie just recently came out with they call it a developer's journal, and that's their way of keeping the community updated, because that's been one of the biggest complaints, I guess, over the last since they came out, is that the developers are tight-lipped on pretty much everything about the project till a week before it launches. They come out with what they call a developer's journal, and it's still nothing like what you guys have, where it's just open communication lines,
Yeah, I mean, that's the best way. We don't need a fancy name for it. It's just drop an alpha.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, when appropriate and when possible. Right now we're hanging out, and it's we've been working on this thing. Let's see what you guys think about it. Get some instant feedback, and avoid any temptation to go in a back corner and obsess over some design or something. It's not a good. Can you guys tell, what do you think of the anvil as the crafting table? See, for example, it's early, we could switch that out, but we could do the anvil. Because we were is it going in a cauldron? It's no, it's more something, these are raw elements of the Gotchiverse. You need a blacksmith to craft this stuff. But
yeah, I like it. The only the other option would be that Minecraft crafting table, which comes to mind. You definitely don't want to do that, and the cauldron definitely doesn't work. So I think this is definitely a good option, and it looks clean, so I like it personally.
Yeah, I like the way it looks. It has that good pixelated look to it. I would suggest in the future maybe a I forget what they're called, the hammer that a blacksmith uses. That might be a cool wearable.
That would be a sick wearable. Yeah, and this will be animated. I think a hammer actually, final version will probably keep it. It just.
And we got the Thav hammer, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so you got your crafting times, you've got it in blocks, you've got it in human time, and a recipe book hanging out down there. That recipe book icon is a placeholder record. It's not the final version.
So it seems like these glamour tokens are going to be really sought after with these times. You know, if it takes a really long time to build something, I imagine people kind of want things now sometimes, right? So
That'll incentivize LP.
Yeah, I think the glamour is it's kind of like the linch point of the entire economy. I mean, not as much as Ghost, but it's definitely an important token because it's like you're LPing to get this token to get basically this commodity of speed to speed up your earning in the game. So I think glamours, or whatever we end up calling it, is going to be pretty sought after.
So, you know, I actually have a question about the Gotchiverse. Now, this might not happen for a while, but let's say someone has a parcel and they built, are there going to be structures that you can build to allow you to do some kind of a live show or concert where, you know, maybe you're doing a live set, you're making some music, and maybe you are able to kind of have people listen to it, and, you know, Aavegotchis obviously gather around on your parcel, and you have like a, you know, kind of like a concert, like live event kind of thing. Is that going to be something people can do or build stuff to allow that?
Yeah, so the Gotchi Lodge will be kind of the first version of that. It's going to be an open space, and then that would almost, I mean, it could be a per parcel thing, but it's almost more like we could just have some cool spaces set up throughout the world where people can have a concert, like do something. But yeah, I mean that's all going to be coming with the SDK that we're going to get this thing afloat first, and then start building out the SDK for dApp developers to start building like dApp front ends, and then at the same time building out the technology kind of like Discord has with wBTC, where you can chat with each other within the game. Those are kind of things that we need to build out first before we can actually do that. But this is a long-term project. So there's I mean, how long has Decentraland been building anything? Like 5 years, right? And still not really. Still not. No one's using it still. It's like, I mean, it's come so far, but
We only got like 30 people to a server, right? So it's like
yeah,
there might be
exactly.
people using it, but it feels empty.
Yeah, it's
So
a big
we're-
one. You can't fill it.
We are. I think we're positioned in a good spot, and we're building this thing to feel open, to feel like everyone's in the same room together. It's definitely it's very ambitious. So we have to take our time with it.
Oh, 100%. I mean, that goes back to our conversation earlier, how we were talking about, you know, it's amazing how we're building the plane. I think Addison said we're building the plane as we're flying it. But
I've
that's
up to the web for that, but yeah.
that's one of the trade-offs, right? Is that, you know, things aren't going to happen right away, you know, but we get to be there for every step of the process. Like, you know, the game's being built right now. Whereas in the traditional Web 2 space, we wouldn't see any of this yet. Nothing would be revealed for years, and then it would all be kind of revealed in like a couple days.
Yeah. And the user base is like, oh, okay. Well, I thought it would be more than that. They're like, everyone's super disappointed usually. Like Cyberpunk 2077. It's an absolute mess.
Yeah, exactly. You know, at least our ambitions and everything.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's
here we go. Stop everything.
Like on super speed. What?
My movement just kind of got slower. But I see the Alchemica disappearing. I feel like the servers aren't linked up because I see Alchemica disappearing, even though.
Yeah, it's gone.
And
Ghosts within the world.
We are ghosts.
I think I got 4.
we live in the quantum realm.
I got 3. I'm dropping an image into the chat. I want to know, what are these, like? It's this installation that looks like it has, like, I don't want to call it a candle, but they're like flames on the top of it, different colors. What's that installation?
That's I think that's an altar, isn't it?
The flaming thing?
It's like a table with candles on it.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that.
Oh, I see it there. Yeah. No comment.
I gotta go find this thing now.
Yeah, where was
That
this
point
thing?
is not working.
The deposit function's not working.
Really? I just walked up to the wormhole and it deposited from pocket to total super easily.
Not the one.
It's
in the
not working
center.
for me either.
Damn. I'm up by the Alpha River. I don't know if it.
The center one isn't working. I'm gonna try the one down below. See if that one's working.
Yeah, seems like some of them maybe are
The
not.
one in the lower left isn't working, for me at least.
Okay, the one in the center is not working for me.
Yeah, there might be a bug here.
So in like the realm, when we do go like collect Alchemica, will there be checkpoints like this, or will it be like a checkpoint like the parcel or like the spawn point or something like that?
Yeah, so there will be definitely there'll be the public checkpoints for sure, and I think it's gonna be a per district kind of thing, and then there probably will be an option for getting your own checkpoint, but that's not totally confirmed yet, but
Okay.
it's in the works.
So
I think it would be a cool installation, but there might not be a need for it.
So if you're collecting Alchemica just like on your land, would you just go directly to your pocket? Would this be like outside of like the land that you physically own, that you need to go to a checkpoint?
So if you go to a public checkpoint, basically the way it's gonna work, I think I went over this a while back in one of the dev chats or something, but you can think of it kind of like an exchange, like Binance. When you withdraw from Binance, we're actually withdrawing these Alchemica you see on the screen are going to be stored in the Great Portal, and when they get distributed around the world, they're not actually moving anywhere on chain, they're just staying here. And then when you go to deposit it, we're going to check the record of all of your, when you go to withdraw it, we're going to check the record of all of your pickups and make sure that you're trying to withdraw the amount that you should be withdrawing, like you're not withdrawing more. And so once that check is done, if it's a small enough amount, it'll be fairly automated. And after we have block confirmation from Polygon, I think it's about 2 or 3 minutes to make sure that no block reorgs are happening. Once that confirmation period's over, then we'll basically send you the Alchemica on chain from the Gotchi portal.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. In
So
terms
that's
of like,
that's for the pickups. Now, the other part is when you actually go on your parcel and you click the button for emptying your reservoir. That is actually done completely on chain and trustlessly.
okay, what
You
about the
just click the button.
spillover?
The what?
The spillover?
So yeah, the spillover is done on the server side, and when you pick it up, it increases your balance on the server, and then you walk over to the save point, and then we basically send it to you. Whereas for when you're withdrawing from the reservoir, part of that is going to be sent directly to you on chain immediately, and the other part is going to be spilled over everywhere, and you need to go pick it up.
Okay, yeah, cool. That makes sense.
So it's pretty involved process. That's part that we also need to do a lot of testing and security for, just to make sure that you can't hack it and somehow say that you have more alchemica than you actually did.
Yeah, that's the most important part, because then, I mean, if it was like all on chain, it'd all be verifiable, but using like your own servers, kind of make up your own process.
Yeah, it's a trade-off. I mean, at this point, there's no blockchain out there that can handle a bunch of people walking around on a game and picking up items. Like, we saw what happened when Sunflower even tried to do it, and it tanked the blockchain. It's not feasible to do that.
The only thing that, like, and I haven't done any like deep research into Monero, but something like Monero, where like as more people come into the network, everything gets cheaper. Like that, something like that. I don't know if Monero is necessarily the chain, but something like that process where everything gets cheaper as things get scale would be, I think, the most ideal. But because then otherwise, like, there's more network congestion. People are like having the gas wars, and obviously higher gas fees makes it hard to scale. But I mean, we've come down back to normal levels now, so I mean, Polygon definitely figured out, or I mean, they shut down their whole operation.
Yeah.
When did they come back, right?
I think they are planning to come back, but
yeah,
I think they had to shut. Like, their token was
Right.
going to zero anyway. There wasn't really any point in keeping it going.
right. And people were just like embodying those tomatoes, like. Yeah, that was funny. Definitely not funny for when I was petting my Gotchi, but
Right. It's scary.
yeah.
Yeah.
A little scary, but you know, power through it. We made it. We should get a little PO-up. I survived. Oh, we did get a PO-up, right? Someone made a PO-up, like I survived Sunflower game or whatever.
Right.
I think it was Thrax. Did Thrax make that?
Yeah, it was that.
Also,
Yeah.
shout out to Thrax. That Gotchi video was like fire.
Oh yeah.
So good.
Yep.
The visuals on it for me.
It's actually a
Yeah,
beast.
he is. Yeah, that video is super helpful. I think that's a lot of good content in there. We're gonna really try to we're gonna do a serious YouTube push, guys. Try to get it so when you search for Aavegotchi on YouTube, it actually comes up with our channel and not just a bunch of other stuff.
Right.
So
Yeah.
definitely, someone dropped that video, or we made a channel for sharing Gotchi videos. Go there and give it a like, so more people will see it.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to get a serious presence on YouTube.
Yeah, I retweeted the link on Twitter. People can retweet that or tweet it on their own. Like, I think that will really help make a big Twitter push as well. And we already have all the Gotchis on there. Anytime anyone says anything about like a PDE game or anything, I always see like someone posting like a Gotchi, like that's Aavegotchi. Like when is the game like a Tamagotchi game? Like, oh, that's already Aavegotchi. Like,
I love that question. Like, how do people still not know at this point? But
I don't know.
a lot of people out there, I guess.
People are looking for it. It definitely fits a niche that people are missing because they had their old Tamagotchis. They used to take care of their old Tamagotchis, and now they don't. And definitely a hole in people's hearts that need to be filled with Tamagotchi.
We just need to take over the Tamagotchi SEO. Like, if someone searches Tamagotchi, they should just pop up. Someone just start making videos and like making content about Aavegotchi is like the DeFi Tamagotchi or something.
Right, you need to just have the Tamagotchi in like the title and the description, have a link out to Tamagotchi, like, and then like even on your website you can put some of the picture metadata like Tamagotchi, so it pulls up on the Google. Just to be like, subtext or the metadata. Yeah, definitely pushing more SEO. The more that we just push out, like posting retweets or commenting, resharing, like the more engagement that we're getting shows how strong our community is and makes other people FOMO in saying that they want to be part of the community and see what all the fuss is about. So, yeah, I mean, I think we're doing a good job. We could always do better, but I mean, we're pushing forward regardless. I mean, obviously this is shipping, so
Yeah.
I mean, everyone
Yeah,
else is shipping and we're shipping.
Seriously, we're not stopping. We have some really good new SEO tactics and like a new landing page in the making.
Nice.
That's really gonna help onboard new people. Like, because we know when people go to Aavegotchi.com right now, it's like what is this thing? So we've been deeply aware of how not good our landing page is. I mean, it's worked, but there's a lot more we can do with it. So we actually tried to get a couple landing pages. Like, we brought on different designers, and we even worked with a DAO to help, like, they have like a designer DAO, but they didn't really capture it.
Yeah.
So it's really, there's so much to this project and there's so much complexity that it's hard to encapsulate everything in a way that is like, is some guy who's barely knows about DeFi or barely has heard NFTs or a scam, somehow stumbles upon Aavegotchi, and it's like, how do we convert that person?
Right. I find it when I'm just like talking to people trying to explain Aavegotchi, there's just so much to talk about. Like it's hard to like pare it down to so many words, or like there's so many links too. So I was talking to Webb about maybe you guys setting up like a link tree that has all the links to like Aavegotchi.com, Gotchiverse, maybe some community tools like Dose.gg. And any other, like the Medium, your Twitter, your YouTube, so it's all one link. I sent that link to Webb. It's pretty standard, and then that would be easy for people, like anyone, just to go copy that link tree and be like, hey, look out, Aavegotchi, here's all their validated links, you know, instead of just like link spamming people in Discord, which I've kind of had to revert to the past couple days.
Yeah, we could do that, and I think there's where's the address? The landing page that kind of link some of the stuff, not everything. That would be good. I think Haram's got a good point. He says just show them a gotchi and they'll be sold. People love pixelated house, especially this one.
Yeah, but there's so much to explain with like the Spirit Force and the whole like rarity farming and how the traits work and how to pick your gotchi, and they get 2 pets a day, and then how to get XP, and if there's a whole Gotchiverse coming out and that's all going to be on one server. There's a lot. I love it. It's deep, but it's hard to explain. Aavegotchi.com/social. Is that the link to everything? Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Nice.
Well, it's funny. I was at a bar yesterday, and one of my friends I play pool with a lot, he said, he's like, you have a tendency of spewing Aavegotchi information. People ask about it. I need about half an hour just to get you right to the basic level of what we're doing here. Like trying to explain the raffle to people, and they're just like, they don't get it. And I'm like, it makes sense on Saturday, hopefully.
Hopefully having the Gotchiverse will make it easier. It's like you get an NFT and you play with it, and it earns you money.
The playable game asset that upgrades.
Yeah. I tell them it's a bank. It's a little crypto bank that I can earn more crypto with as I run around and play.
Yeah, it's like at the base level, it's like World of Warcraft, except you're playing with an NFT and not just like a Blizzard character.
Yeah, essentially a GameFi MMORPG. I mean, there's so much more with like the DAO too. Like, a lot of projects just don't have a DAO too, and it's just like, oh, just we're just gonna have the team just do everything. Obviously, like that can be I mean, you guys are pushing forward a lot, but like just having the DAO and being able to like voice your opinion, and even if like at the end of the day you guys have like final say over some things, like we still have a voice in how this thing is created, and we're all building. Feels like we're all building this together instead of just waiting on you guys to finish what you guys are doing, because people are building out side tools or like the Gotcha Heroes or using these out like some other games, and it's just, yeah, I mean, so much more than any other community has. And if what I've been reverting to is like I mean, now I can just send that Aavegotchi/social and just be like, look into it, do some research, come back to me with questions, and then I can like, if they want to go down the rabbit hole, they can go down the rabbit hole. Like, it's a deep rabbit hole. It's like, how much time do you got? I can't explain it all to you right now. But yeah, we're just pushing forward. I mean, so much like my whole point is that we're all so much more well-rounded. That like so many more projects out there, and people are going to start to wake up to that fact.
I mean, it was kind of obvious last week when the market really took a big hit, and then that bonding curve just shined so bright.
Yeah, it was actually surprisingly like this didn't take that big of a hit, and actually MATIC went up. Like so, the Arbitrum, like the Polygon scaling solutions are really what are pumping, or like staying like a hedge against the rest of the market.
Yeah, MATIC's held up fairly well. Like it's
MATIC dipped, but I'm talking about MATIC on Arbitrum.
MATIC.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's not related to MIM, right?
No, it's a small burns. They're a quality project. Taproot's been getting into that project. His land went from like a couple K to like 30K, like real quick, and they don't do anything but like you stake your smalls to your land, and then the brain size, like you increase IQ, so like your brain gets bigger, and all the land is the same, and they just update it with like graphics like every day. So it's like not that much, but like it's popping off. It's an Arbitrum play, but like this has so much more. It's just like once people wake up, like this is not going to be under the radar anymore.
Yeah, PFP projects they're going to kind of look like they're going to be kind of like boomer coins at some point. Like, oh, you got an ape, cool, but what can you do with it? Or you got a punk, but what can you do with it? Like, no one's creating a Gotchiverse or a punk verse.
Yeah, I
it's
think
all
they're
going to be about
to
what can you do with your NFT? What can your NFT do for you?
Right. How much does your NFT earn you too? So like this is a new way of work. Mixing the whole gaming world with this whole like having real world value. I mean, it can legit become people's full-time jobs in certain areas, and depending on how much capital they deploy, so they can be making very good yields and sitting pretty happy, sitting on a beach drinking Mai Tai somewhere, walking around in the Gotchiverse.
Yeah.
Hey, Coder Dan, I was just thinking of markets and whatnot. Is there any plan to try to, because I know we can bridge our Gotchis back to Ethereum, is there any plan to try to get us listed on Looks Rare?
You know, actually, that's something you could maybe. Are you saying that's what you'd like to see? Is it? That's kind of like where things are going, right? Looks Rare is the new challenger to OpenSea.
I think, they have their own rewards for buying and selling NFTs, and it goes back to the community. But it's growing. It is like it's probably not as big as Wearable yet, but they do have. I guess they are doing decent volume if it's not all wash sales at this point.
Yeah, I know a lot of it is, but yeah, I mean, we could. If anyone knows any contacts there, I've seen them on Twitter. So yeah, if anyone knows any devs there, we can maybe. I mean, we're on Ethereum. It's just like a matter of, I guess, getting verified.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ideally, we get verified, and then that should do. I actually had a lot of Wearable activity this last week. If anybody's still got Gotchis on Layer 1, the game's not live yet. You can still hang out over there, and I think I sold 2 Aavegotchis this week. I was quite surprised. Somebody was there sweeping the Layer 1 floor.
Let's see. Check in on how things are going. This has already gone on about an hour and a half, so thank you everyone for tuning in and sticking around. The good news is that the stress test part of it has gone really well. I think we're definitely smoother and in a good spot. And I guess the bad news is there were some issues with, looks like I think it was the subgraph that where we're loading the Aavegotchis from. There were some issues with that kind of some weird data coming from the subgraph that's crashing the front end. So that's what the guys are working on right now. And if we can get that back up, then we will do one more test of the Alchemica. But if not, we'll let you guys know.
Yep.
But they'll be working on it obviously over the next 24 hours. So we'll keep the site open. Can't guarantee it'll be 100% uptime, but once it's up, it should be up. So feel free to jump in. Any gotchis that were in the world during this 24-hour period will get XP. So don't worry if you didn't make it or only got 1 or 2 gotchis in. Feel free to cycle through all of them through this period.
Yeah, and 24 hours puts us exactly at the raffle, right? If we count it from the start time of today's event. So, if the stress tests are here to serve the devs and what they need to learn. So if over the next 12 hours they scratch their head and come back and analyze what's been going on, and they're like, you know what, we want to do it again with Alchemica, I wouldn't rule out the possibility, right? We could do another Alchemica round just after the raffle or something, if it makes sense to do so.
What time does the event start tomorrow?
Same time, normal time, 2 p.m. UTC.
No, I mean the raffle reveal. We're gonna start it right before the actual.
Yeah,
VR.
probably like 10, 15 minutes. Yeah, we usually do 10, 15 minutes before.
Okay, similar to today. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, very exciting. Do you think a lot of people are still waiting to put their tickets in at the last minute? There's always going to be looking at the odds and one final push.
I hope not.
Yeah, hopefully not a lot of people.
Yeah, that's an unrealistic expectation, but I hope not.
These odds are looking pretty yummy. Some of them are only 4,200 godlikes in. I don't believe that'll last, but we'll see.
I think people are waiting to see what the odds are near the end and then just like drop all their tickets in. Or some people are still deciding whether to sell their tickets near the end or put them in. I don't know. There's a lot of plays that people can make in this. It's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top.
Yeah, I hope it stays at the current levels. I'm using Ghost.gg, its raffle calculator. I would be sitting really pretty if I think like right now I would win potentially win 5 legendary items with the number of tickets. Yeah, so it's like all stars butterflies, baby.
Let's go.
But I'm sure that number is going to be cut in half or like even more. But if I'm lucky, it says I'll win 150 common items, which is more than all of the items I own currently. So I'm down for it.
I'm gonna hold out on godlike because I want Mark Zeller to win that katana.
He's gonna end up winning both of them.
He's going to dual wielded katanas.
Then I'd be jealous.
I'm interested to see who wins those godlikes.
Yeah, he entered 555 tickets according to Ghost.gg. That would give him 1.72 katanas.
Did you guys see that other UI that someone made? It was like it's kind of giving you a more holistic probability. Because Ghost.gg is pretty. It's a flat calculation of the odds, but it doesn't take into account actual probability. If someone has that link, feel free to drop it. That was a pretty good tool.
Oh yeah.
Let's see if I can find it. What's that? Someone from here. Where is it? Somewhere. I think Yannick was gonna link it on the raffle calculator too.
Oh, there. Yeah, he just threw it up.
Did he put it? Okay. There we go. Yeah, the Gotchi altar. Yeah, great job with that. Super nice. It gives you more of like real odds about what you're probably gonna get.
see how wrecked I'm gonna get.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
Everybody's nervous now. Like, oh boy, what's this one say?
It's not 0.
Wait. Oh no.
Okay, I like this. It's saying that like in the middle of the bell curve, I'd be in like the one, like for common items. I put it based on 530,000 tickets entered, which I believe is what it's at now, plus my 18,000 common tickets. The range goes from like, the low range seems to be around 140. The high range goes up to 220, with like the middle being around 165, 170. But then there's like those 2 dots all the way to the left. That's like 0. And it's like, like, get those out of here. What are you doing? You know?
It says if you are very unlucky, with 2% probability, you will get between 131 and 144 items. So, sounds like you're gonna make it. If you get 0, that'd be pretty wrecked.
Yeah, I have to ultimately BRF and demand to speak with Sergey himself.
Personally, don't like how I put in the numbers, but you know, it's alright. We'll manage. I think I'm probability of 92, about 10 uncommons.
I'm most likely to get 2 common items. Whoop whoop.
Nice. I really want those longbows on the army. I wouldn't be mad with any of the uncommons, to be honest. They're all pretty sick, especially that double-sided axe. I think the ranger hat, the feathered hat, is going to be very popular.
That is a cool hat. I really like that hat, actually.
It's just like so nostalgic of just like old games. It's just like I can't like put my finger on like which game right now, but like it's
guess
just
like Zelda.
Yeah,
right?
Zelda probably most closely. Yeah, it's really cool. Props to Zbot. All these wearables are top notch.
I looked at my odds for legendary tickets, and it's just funny because at the bottom it's like, if you're very unlucky, you have a 2.14% chance of winning between 0 and 0 items. It's like, no, I don't know. If I'm lucky, I'll win 10 legendary items. That makes no sense to me, but I mean, yeah, sure, cool, I'll take it. Give me those sus butterflies.
For my uncommons, from very unlucky, I'll get between 1 and 4 items, which is pretty nice.
How many tickets did you drop in?
592.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I'm assuming you minted all of them via friends, right?
Reference back to that one meme. Yeah. But I mean, I think uncommons. I just like that set. I was gonna probably buy that set anyways, so it's like might as well. And plus, I think uncommons. I mean, from Dr. Wagme's Moon Math has the best odds.
Yeah, I'm looking at because I have 4,600 uncommon tickets that I put in out of 127,000 entered. If I get wrecked, very unlucky, 2.14% chance of getting between 89 and 97 uncommons, that's insane.
Yeah, man.
This is I should have been putting into raffles much earlier in this game. I don't understand how I missed this. I've like watched the raffles. We did streams about them, and I'm just like too afraid of them. It's like, what was I doing? This is like, I should have definitely been joining these earlier.
This is the way.
Yeah. And now, like, if it works out, I'm gonna have all of my gotchis are getting a makeover.
Oh yeah. They're all getting Citadel ready.
Yeah. I wish I had more mythical tickets though, because that Citadel Knight set is lovely. It looks like it's.
I had to drop one in there just in case. It's so nice.
I wonder what the odds are on that one ticket. What is it?
It's pretty bad. Odds between 0 and 0. No.
I think it's like 90 tickets or something like that. 90 tickets. for one.
Hey, with,
chance to win one.
Oh, mythical.
90 mythical tickets.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head out here. I'm, like I said earlier, the demo site will be open for the next about 22 hours now. I guess Jesse, if you hear that things are working, feel free to ping everyone, let them know that. I don't know if it's up right now. I think things are still being fixed at the moment. But there's some stuff with the player data that they're working through. I think coming from the subgraph. But it's good. It's good to catch it now, right? This is great.
Yeah, this is what it's all about. So
Yep.
everyone here is contributing and helping, and the devs are keeping busier than their average day, right? This is a super busy team for the day, so we'll be busy all day, is what I'm saying. And maybe, if you're gonna be up in the next 20, over the course of the next 8 hours at least, we'll be around. Maybe we'll end up doing an Alchemica round or something, But anyways, the most important part is you connect to your Gotchi and contributed here this morning.
Yep.
And like who knows? Maybe tomorrow during the big raffle, I'd love to see something else we can do with this. So maybe we can get another go at it then. If it makes sense and devs are all caught up, then we could do something. So
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
yeah. Cool. Well, hopefully everyone here gets a wonderful raffle experience tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get to run around the Gotchiverse a little, celebrate.
Yeah.
Equip them and run around. So
That sounds good.
yeah.
May the odds
right.
forever be in your favor.
Yeah.
All right, guys,
Cool,
I'm gonna sign off here.
Same here, and like I say, we'll be in the mix and in the Discord over the next 8 hours or so. I'm in a different time zone than Dan now, so I'll be around.
Take it easy, everyone.
Yep.
Later,
Thanks for
Phil.
hosting this, guys. This is great.
Bye.